name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to the Darkest Rhapsody Estate here in the Darkest Dungeon. Now look, we got a lot of things we got to do at the start of this episode. I've already picked my crew and I've already picked our mission, but first thing I want to do is go over here to the stagecoach. We've got Espec, the Seeker Occultist, and we've got Fortier, the Seeker Jester. I'm definitely going to need more low-level stress healers and more low-level healers, so we'll be taking each of those.
You will be laughing still at the end.
Yeah, that's true. If you do sacrifice them to come onto your maker, they laugh. So, fair enough. We've got our crew of Boleyn, Curtis, Hendry, and Bergette. Now, this is the same crew as last time, except for I've swapped the Plague Doctor out for Bergette, because we've got enough damage between Hendry and Boleyn, and we definitely need some healing because we're going to be going for a long mission. So, Bergette will have you unlock Divine Comfort, and that's going to be locked in for you as well. Now, Bergette does have Dipsomania, but the thing is there's no alcohol in the area I'm about to go to. I'm going to the Weald. So that's not too bad. They are nocturnal, so they are going to be slower, which, yeah, that one's probably not that great. That's going to be a problem. But I don't have any other low-level Vestals. I really want a Vestal. Now, Hendry, you're going to upgrade the skills that you have tagged, including Battle Ballad, in fact. Beautiful. And then Boleyn, you're going to upgrade your Chop and your Hue to get 5 extra accuracy on each, Solemnity and Intimidate as well. Curtis, you've already got your stuff sorted. Thanks, Curtis. Boleyn and Hendry will both upgrade their equipment and armor as well. Beautiful. So that's our party completely sorted. Now we've got to sort the people that aren't in our party and what we're going to be doing with them. So Evelyn, you need to get rid of the runs, definitely. Val, you need to get rid of your hysterical blindness. I think no one else is diseased at the moment. Yes, no one else is diseased at the moment. Beautiful. So there's a couple of these low-level characters that have a negative on them that prevents me from taking them. But then I definitely want to lock in Hot to Trot on you because your extra accuracy and extra speed... Sorry, extra accuracy and your extra crit on the first round means that your blighting job is pretty ridiculous. Bashard, I think I also want to lock in Eldritch Slayer and lock out Satanophobia. Yeah, we'll actually be definitely doing that, so we'll do that now. There was another person I'd already planned. Yes, that's Vavasaur. Now, with Vavasaur, again, your extra accuracy, extra damage, extra crit on the first round, that's really, really good. Because you're for these two characters in particular is really important because they are DPS characters, but they're DPS characters that do their DPS with DOT, right? So damage over time. So you want to apply the damage over time effect before your enemy gets a chance to act. So this guarantees its accuracy, but also critting on damage over time effect increases the duration of it. So Hot to Trot, and we'll lock out Dipsomania so that I can take you to the Warrens without being super sad, especially considering you have Beast Slayer, so you would be really good in the Warrens. Bloodthirsty does trigger in the Warrens, but it triggers on things that we would be opening anyway without using any protection, and we would be doing it with Vavasaur as well because they have the highest bleed resist. So it will mostly force them to interact with Curios that the negative would be trying to trigger bleed on them. So that's a good spend of our money there. Everything else, I believe, I've already sorted. Ah, crumbs. Yeah, I was gonna upgrade Training Regimen before I upgraded everyone's skills, but I've already done that, so bugger. So the mission I've decided to go is here on the Weald. Now, it's gonna get us a second Lock of Fury. That's not entirely necessary. We do already have a Lock of Fury, and I think we have no Abominations at this point as well. But the reason I'm going to go for it is effectively because I'm trying to power level Boleyn and Curtis and Hendry to a point, and I guess Bergette as well, because all of them are really, really important members of the kind of runs that I want to do in the farmstead, right? We've got Curtis and we've got Hendry, who Curtis has a stun, Man-at-Arms has a stun, but also has party-wide buffs. And then Hendry has all of the bleeds, but also has party-wide buffs and stress heals. And then, obviously, a Vestal just seems useful. And Leper has a lot of battle-long buffs they put on themselves with Withstand and Revenge. Savvy? Savvy. So, let's go to the Weald. Oh, by the way, I've already given everyone their equipment. So Boleyn has extra damage versus Eldritch. They've also got Eldritch Slayer, and we're in the Weald, so they've got 10 extra accuracy versus Eldritch characters, and most of the characters here are Eldritch. Not all of them, frankly, but most of them. And then we've got Curtis with the extra ability to stun and a little bit of extra speed. And then we've got Hendry with the same setup as always with the 2 different types of dice. And the Ancestors map and the Ancestors scroll on Bourgeois. The same kind of combo that's always on a Vestal, frankly. We'll take a full stack of shovels. I could actually be implored to get a little more than that, but I think we'll be fine for the moment. I'll even take a full stack of keys. Take 2 holy water. And then like 3 stacks of torches. So I've got keys. I've got shovels. I've got torches. I've got food. Okay, cool. We can go out onto this mission pretty happily. Just making absolutely certain I haven't oversaw something. I know that I've got the ability to prevent nighttime ambush, but I'm also considering the possibility of just not preventing nighttime ambush because the weapons practice would be really, really good. And it's 4 cost, and then there's Reflection, which is really, really good, and it's 3 cost. And then if I also use Sanctuary, that's like all of my points spent. We'll see. This mission shouldn't be too difficult. We've got like a party that has all of our bases covered. We've got 2 stuns, but unfortunately the Vestal's one is unreliable because of the lower speed.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
Yeah, exactly. These are beasts. They have no dodge, thankfully, but they're beasts. So that's a problem for us, frankly.
Abomination cleansed from our lands.
I'm going to use a stress heal here because I think my chop is going to get both of these.
Back to the pit.
Nice! Just a bunch of stress heals to start out.
A rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. This expedition at least promises success.
It's just a bunch of stress heals to start out these missions. I really like that. I could have been convinced to take more shovels. See, the thing is... Ugh. With the map at that size, I don't know if I can use a shovel here. I'm going to use one regardless, but I don't know if I can afford to do what I just did. Ooh, baby. Now, unfortunately, Rampart is not going to be able to hit the 3rd line. I swear it used to be able to do that. Oh, well, I'll stun this Fungal Scratcher and knock it out of position, which is going to put it into a position where it can't really do anything. And I'll start bleeding this Cultist Acolyte. Hopefully, I can get a stun on you. Now, I have ridiculous accuracy against the frontliner here. Thanks to the fact that it's Eldritch. That chop across was pretty good. And that actually means that the Cultist Acolyte is dead. Beautiful. Hell yeah.
That cuts on its own.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Thank you for the resist. And no stress on the attack either. Hell yeah. No worries, buddy. It's extraordinarily unlikely I get a stun on that backliner. Wow, I have 2 speed and I'm acting before their 7 speed character. It's not impossible, but it was extraordinarily unlikely, so I'm really, really pleased that happened like that. Now, both of these Fungal Scratches respect marks, so they should... Wow, hopefully not crit my character as much as they're doing. Oh, the leper isn't even doing that much damage. That's unfortunate.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Right, that Fungal Scratcher is not dead, but kind of dead.
The onslaught. Destroy them all.
So we should be able to take a fair amount of healing actions here. We should have someone inconsequential hit them. Nice. All right, they're dead to their bleed this turn, so we can just take whatever stress recovery actions we want before that.
Inspiration and improvement.
It's unfortunate that Berlin is the only one who's completely aces right now, because they have the self-heal and self-stress heal. See, the thing is I do need deeds, but I also really need crests right now because I really want to start stacking for the camp. Okay. That is the cartographer's camp district. Alright, we'll unlock this.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Frankly, that just gave me more problems. Alright. We'll bandage up here. Giving us, yep, a bunch of stuff that I can't loot. Ugh, we brought so much on this mission. Oh well. Yeah, I'm going to roll the possibility of hitting that backliner, because if I can stop that backliner from attacking, that would have been really big. And unfortunately, since they've attacked, they've now pushed themselves to a position where I can't do anything about them. Neither Hound nor Slice Off attacks the front line, and the Slice Off and Harvest, sorry, neither of those attack the front line, but attacking the front line would also be garbage. Sorry, attacking the mid line, good lord, Ryan, work. Attacking the mid line would not work because those are both skeletons, so those can't bleed.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
That had the nice effect of a self-heal there, which was nice. A wee bit of stress on you. Definitely just going to be using another Hue here.
Another one falls.
Definitely just going to be using another strong slice or whatever it's called.
Exposed to a
Alright, never mind. I'm going to toy with my food here for a moment.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Solemnity for 7 HP back, as well as 5 stress healing. We need to finish this fight quickly. Okay, so I was immediately called out for it. It's worth noting, I can't finish it with Hendry. Hendry literally has no attack that can hit that line.
Be gone, fiend.
Okay, I'm more than happy to get rid of this stack of medicinal herbs as quickly as it's humanly possible.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay. Both of those ectoplasms are going to be really easy to kill with a Hue. Nice! The fact that that crit for the instant kill actually allows me to stun this cultist acolyte with Verjuet, where otherwise I would not be capable of having done that.
Executed with impunity.
Yep. Good work, Berlin. Okay, come on, Jester next. Damn it. Hey, nice dodge. Frankly, I am tempted to leave her alive for another round. Get some stress healing out. You know what? It's not necessary.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
We have so little stress on our characters that it wasn't necessary.
Be wary.
Thank you for the scouting.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying
Trap there,
fall.
2 Curios, single obstacle. Fair enough. Now, our trap disarm is Garbo. I don't have a free space in my inventory right now. You know what? I'm actually going to drop the medicinal herbs. I'll drop the Ancestors map out because I would really like to guarantee, well, guarantee as best we can our trap disarm now. Okay. Pretty happy to start eating food. This is where the medicinal herbs would have been used anyway. Pump the torch for this room just for the possibility of an extra scout. Okay. Faster we get rid of bandages, the happier we'll be. Wow, 200. Thanks.
Nature herself,
with only 1 shovel left and that much of the dungeon left, I'm not feeling too confident, frankly.
With misintent.
At least we got a scout. There's our final shovel. I really should have brought a second stack of shovels. Thought it was going to be unnecessary. Should have thought better of that. Oh well. By stunning them out of position, we've moved the Cultist Acolyte to a position that's much easier for us to hit. And also that Cultist Brawler is not going to be able to do anything for like a bunch of turns now. Nice. Bad bump, friend. As long as I don't crit either of these targets, that chop's going to be really nice. Okay. Could be slightly better. Since that Cultist Brawler was out of position, they've only got a Stumbling Scratch, which is super lame. You're not dead yet. Good misses. Alright. We use a riposte there. Now both of those back targets are going to bleed out by themselves. So now I can just start taking healing actions. I mean, eventually we're going to have to kill this bone rabble, sure, but...
Slowly.
Not right now.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Any riposte on it will kill it now as well. Gotta make sure absolutely everyone is in tip-top.
A death by inches.
Mm-hmm. No crit. Nice.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, largest blight resist is on Berlin, so we'll have Berlin try and open this. Nice. No need for the Centrine. Okay. Hell yeah, we're always getting scouting exactly when it's necessary. Alright, I'm probably going to go all this way and then come back and loot these two curios, especially if they're quite powerful curios. I'll loot them in low light, and then I'll loot this curio in low light, and I'll do my first camp. Because we're holding onto this camp for a while, and it's just taking up space in our inventory at this point. Nice. Well, in retrospect, I should have attacked the other one, but hindsight's 2020, friends. Don't disease. You got a stun. That's fine, though. Come on, Jester next. Thank you. Literally all I can do is work against that stress that you got. Beautiful. And since I crit last round, I had extra damage on my... Well, extra damage, sorry. Extra effect, my stress heal. Nice dodge. Kill him.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
They can both be reasonable loot sources. Not great, but not garbage.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
I'll throw 2 torches away. We're definitely 2 torches ahead of where we need to be. Bandages, I still probably need to keep those. I definitely need to keep the crests, right? Holy water is really good, though, because we have low-level characters. The holy water will actually infuse them with positive quirks that I can then decide to lock in or not. Do I take 1 portrait? I'm so far from needing portraits, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, poisonous sap. Thankfully, we chose our highest blight resist character for that. We'll poke our head out, loot this curio, and then go back in and rest. This is our second last bandages.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Unfortunately, didn't get anything great from it. All right, firewood.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight, an uneasy companionship.
So we technically don't need to feast, but I'm kind of just going to do it just to free up the inventory space as well as get a little bit of stress healing. It's not necessary at all, though. I definitely want to do weapons practice because the crit character, the crits on Berlin and Hendry are pretty important. Blessing Berlin would also be really good, get the extra accuracy buff on them. Wow, no one, only the Vestal got the extra crit. It's a 75% chance per character for them to get plus 8% crit. And both of my damage dealers failed it. Nice. All right. I think what I'm going to do here is actually just stack a bunch of buffs, and I'm not going to nighttime rest.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
So by not running any ambush prevention there, I managed to get way more buffs out. That's fine. It's not necessary to run nighttime ambush prevention. It doesn't always occur. It's usually a good idea, though, but I think our party would have been reasonable at dealing with it. I mean, shuffling this party out of position is pretty bad, but at the same rate, I think we would have been managed? I think we would have managed. All right, this is a garbage fight. Thankfully, we got a surprise on them. We're gonna like heavy target that cultist acolyte, the ones that's in the second line now. Okay, hang on, are you dead? You are, beautiful. So stun that frontliner. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Unfortunately, because one of them died to bleed now, we're in a not great position. Because those cultist brawlers are no longer out of position. Hopefully that doesn't work. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to do that again just to push you out of position, and it didn't work. Damn. Come on and stun the back line. Let's go. Ugh.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
The worst part is that bleed was always going to connect. Yeah. Oh, bugger.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
The leper has ridiculously low bleed resist. That's why the bleed was always going to connect, unfortunately.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Thankfully, that did stun, so I'm going to get a couple opportunities here to get some heals and stress heals out. Solemnity. Actually, I'm just going to kill you right now.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
So you can get negative effects out of this. Oh, secret door. Okay, we're definitely backtracking this area. So if we're definitely backtracking this area, does that mean that we should not turn out the light yet? Yes. That also means I shouldn't loot this yet. Okay. All looting stops at this point because I know I have to come back to this point at the end. So I may as well do it at the end in low light and loot them all then.
Impressive.
Good crit. Let's try and take down this cultist acolyte as soon as it's humanly possible. Good crit! Oh, if that stun worked, it would have been perfect. That crit is okay. All of the rest of them, really good crits. That crit, reasonable. Your stress is what? 8? Yeah, that's tiny. Nice dodge. Stun you to the back line. Oh, or not. It's fine too. I mean, it's not. It's fine too. As long as we don't get crit here, we're fine.
How quickly the
So of course we got crit there. Thankfully it was an extraordinarily low damage crit. That is to say, it didn't stress damage many of us at all. Alright, that enemy is dead as soon as they decide to act, so we can just take every healing action we get. Awesome. Worked out perfectly, frankly.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Yeah, we've definitely got to still be stacking those deeds. Unfortunately, now that we have another portrait, the drop of the previous portrait turns out to be incorrect. Right. If I can get a stun on that Cultist Acolyte, again, I'll feel quite good about it. Or a Hue. It could be hit by Hue. Yep, that'll do it. Which now actually, because it crit, gives me the ability to stun the other Cultist Acolyte with a crit. Hell yes. You can't stress this party. We just crit, frankly, way too much. That's a kill as well. It's perfect. How are they resisting the stun? They have 25% resist. We have 120% chance. So the 2 times that a Fungal Scratcher has resisted our stun, both of those were 5% rolls, a 1 in 20.
Victory.
Okay. Oh gosh. You're now dead to your bleeds. So instead we'll just be taking a bunch of healing actions. Solemnity is your self-heal. You're back on full HP, so I'm just healing our other frontliner, I guess. I mean, it's straight up not necessary to do anything else. I'm gonna do a battle buff. There we go. We're buffed. Heal everyone because we can.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Alright, it's time to get rid of the bandages. I actually do need to be stacking crests because I've got 63 back at base, and with 300 I can get the Cartographer's Campsite. Which is something for which I am aiming. Actually, let's resort all of this. I'm actually considering dropping the Holy Water at this point as well. Yeah, for a new stack of gold, we'll do it. Especially when it starts the stack of gold with that much. Okay. We still have our battle buffs, don't we? Yeah. So this is why I did the battle buff at the end of the last fight. Because it's actually persisted to the start of this fight. And that's also why I checked the map to see if there was a fight close enough for it to be relevant. Yeah, it was a pretty good fight. Bloodied Fetish for plus 20% to bleed and blight resist and negative 20% to disease resist. We don't have one of those, but they're also not great, and they're also really, really, really low value. I'd love to dig that up, but I can't. This is why I kept the Holy Water. Ugh. As soon as I drop it. As soon as I drop it. Come on! See, this is what frustrates me so much about loot in this game. In retrospect, it was extremely dumb of me to have... Oh my god. Again, that was a 5% resist. In retrospect, it was extremely dumb of me to drop those 2 Holy Waters. But if we got to the end of the dungeon and I still hadn't used them, then people would have gotten mad at me for not dropping the Holy Waters. Because I wasn't prioritizing loot correctly enough. You can't tell. You just can't tell when they're going to be relevant. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm furious. Yeah, I probably should have just targeted a single one there. Got a lot of stress on the same character here. Love to use a stress heal, but I would like to also guarantee that, you know, we don't get too many more actions out of those who are really, really tempting fate on us. I'm so mad. I would have used them both, and it would have been perfect.
A powerful blow.
Alright. One down. Now I've got the riposte up. Another stun. Beautiful. Split the damage here, happily. So that technically doesn't kill.
Confluence of skill and purpose.
I'm gonna bellow at you. You resisted the debuffs, unfortunately. Which makes that whole thing I just did a lot worse. We'd just like to get some health back, please. Alright, cool. We're set. And we get another stress heal before we leave. Beautiful. I'm so mad.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I'm really furious about that. Worst. That whole hallway is just a boulevard of broken dreams right there. It's just not good. Alright. Some more hunger, happily. Unfortunately, I can't juggle the inventory space at the moment, so we're going to have Bourgeois disarm that. That's where our final bandage would have went. Ugh. None of this is sitting well with me right now. Because as it turns out, I didn't bring too much of any kind of thing. I just didn't hold on for them for long enough. Yeah, let's just kill that one if we can. Oh, hell yeah, mark that prey. I mean, don't crit him, but mark him, happily. Alright, we should be using this stress heal every available opportunity now. We've just got too much. Yeah, not super keen on that. Getting a lot of crits back there. Fungal artillery. Maybe want to stop that? Well, look, if they're going to be attacking me anyway, I may as well crit them in response. Well, crit them at least. Hit them. I was marked anyway from the fungal artillery, so it's not like I brought that crit upon myself. Alright, stun you back out of position. Rain of Blight again. Well, at least it didn't crit this time. We did get wasting sickness, though, which I didn't think you could get diseases from the fungal artillery. Well, I guess I've been taught a lesson. Now that we've cleared that space, we can actually start hitting just the fungal artillery, which I'm really pleased about. Because it is just really, really harmful. Well, we resisted those. Alright, Riposta's gone down. Can't get the fungal artillery for the life of me. There it is. It's just still there. Oh my god. Well, at least it didn't crit. Sheesh. Let's go for the stress heal again. And a party heal here. I've also realized that after we use our first rampart, the Intimidate is never usable, so we should probably not have Intimidate on the character.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
2 Curios and a room battle. I definitely do want the deeds.
The match is struck.
Like that.
A blazing star is born.
Again, not looting any of those until later on, thank you. Yeah, this is a bad battle. This could be a problem. Our accuracy is also tanked since last time. Okay, if I can hit a stun here, or... it's a reasonable amount of damage. Alright, I'll try and stun the frontliner then. And it lands. Beautiful. That was always going to happen at least once. The frontliner is only going to get one shot off and then they're dead. It's the other two that have the kind of ridiculous crits. That is to say, the Brigand Cutthroats. They're still not the ones you deal with first, but they're the ones that have the ridiculous crits that annoy. Whereas the rest of it's more AoE kind of damage. Alright. I'll roll just to kill that backliner. Shank for hopefully not that much. 4 and possibility of bleed, but misses. Uppercut slice for... possibility of knockback, but misses. Beautiful. Now, it was really important that I crit on the first turn with Beaujouet with the stun, because since we hit that crit, Beaujouet had a huge positive modifier to their healing skills on that next turn. And that worked out really well for us, as you can just see. Gave us 5 healing in an AoE and then 4 on the next turn. Beautiful. Yeah, we're getting back up. I'm definitely toying with him a little bit here, but we've got a lot of stress and a lot of kind of pain from previous fights that I'd really like to try and remove as much of as is humanly possible. Nice! All right, I'm more than happy to end it now. There you go. Lynn's back in position, and I'll do the party heal there, but we definitely need to kill the Brigand Cutthroat with our next action. That'll do it. In fact, they're dead as soon as they try and move. Damn it. Manslayer's Ring is pretty important. Against certain bosses in particular, it's quite handy. It's just 25% extra damage versus human. But no area is like majority human. But the thing is, a Manslayer's Ring is better than a stack of gold, I guess. Right, I'll trade the portrait in. Seven torches left, good. Uh-oh. We did not get a surprise on them this fight, which is going to be a problem. Come on, and stun. Hey, that worked. Beautiful. Should I split my damage or singularly target? Singularly target, and it instantly kills. That was also the highest damage that we could have rolled on that attack. Save for a crit, naturally. Perfect. That fungal artillery never gets a single action. Unfortunately, due to dying to the bleed, the fungal scratch is now in a position where it can actually do stuff. I'm actually going to start working on it. A lot of blight on that character. So Beaujouet is actually going to be attacking here just to try and heal themselves, frankly. Beautiful. And now we've got a fungal artillery in a position where it's going to be basically impossible to not easily kill them. Damn it. I should have just gone for the self-heal. That was greedy on my part. We'll do the self-heal here. The fungal artillery has exactly 2 more turns on the field. So I actually think I just take a bunch of healing and recovery actions. Since it's in the front 2 lines, it's probably going to use Rain of Blight. I'll also bellow at it to try and get it to act last next round. A lot of this is about just getting time for Bourgeois to heal herself up. Yep. There's the escape cloud. Both of those frontliners have reasonable blight resist. Unfortunately, they both failed their blight resist chance. I couldn't have known that was coming. Nice crit. And it's party heal this time.
Is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Beautiful. We're getting a lot of deeds here. I don't want to be looking to gift horse in the mouth here. I think we need to just take all of the available deeds. A full stack of gold for deeds. Yeah. We still need a couple of these torches. Not all of them, though. Most of our loot is going to be when we come back through these areas, so... Complete 100% of room battles. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's a room battle pass there, and I really don't want to have to dig through that if it's not. I really should have just brought 2 stacks of shovels. I thought about it, but God, it would have looked stupid, right? If I brought 2 stacks of shovels, and we didn't need 2 stacks of shovels. Instead, I brought the exact amount we needed for a bunch of other things, and then beefed it by dropping them. I'm never going to get over that. Extraordinarily lame. All right, no crit. Works for me. Backline is dead. Frontliner down too. All right, I'm going to yell at you to slow you down. Guarantee that I always act before you in all circumstances. And that's going to give me more ability to try and cheat out some stress heals. And in fact, heal heals. Yep. All right, that fungal scratcher is now dead, and we get a bunch of turns of stress healing and healing. Basically, I just want those blights to wear off. Or rather, deal their course of damage, and then I'll heal them out. Whew. All right. And we are back in tip-top, pretty much. I'll roll the possible crit on the kill, though. Don't give me an obstacle. That's a Shambler's Altar. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. I could give myself a bunch of damage buffs before we go into that fight. We have a lot of Eldritch Slayers in this party as well. Since we haven't yet finished the mission, I know that up there is definitely a room battle, which means that I do have to dig through that obstacle, which means that I'm going to incur a lot of stress across my party. So I should do that first, because then my rest can full heal my party from the obstacle, as well as help get rid of the stress. Unfortunately, that does mean I will need to carry at least one more torch for a while here. We've got plans, yo. I mean, that's a torch that I can just get on the exit.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
All right. Really? Really? Oh my god, that's a garbage shuffle. All right. I'm gonna battle to start this fight. Thankfully, Curtis moves himself forward, so I can position the Vestal a little better here. Oh my god. Really? Are we really doing this? There we go. We're almost back in position, but I have to move again. Now, those front two liners can't hit the back line, so despite the fact that the back line is marked, nothing's gonna happen as a result of that. I do need to get these fungal artillery down regardless, because diseases are not good. I know, a strong stance to take. Diseases, not good. Here I've been running out trying to get diphtheria. I would recommend not doing that. God.
Mortality clarified.
This fight's probably going to be harder than the upcoming Shambler fight. Stop critting! What is this? I'm going to have to take so many healing actions in this fight. Oh my god. The stress across my party is just insane right now. Stop it. Oh. It's frankly bewildering how, like, absolutely insane this is going for the enemies naturally. Crit? No, just 8 damage. I mean, that's under... That's not good. You need to be getting a crit every single turn. It's Solemnity time. I didn't want it to be Solemnity time, but it suddenly became Solemnity time. Okay, I've got to leave 2 on the field as well for a while, otherwise I'll be called out on my stalling much earlier. So no one's gone on to Death's Door. That is handy. Everyone is going to lose 10 stress when I rest. So I can try and plan around that. They're also going to heal for 25%. I mean, there's no way that I can justify using anything but stress healing actions on Hendry right now.
Ringing ears.
Crit and it blights as well, so it's for 5 turns. Nice.
Approaches.
Do some party healing as well. It's needed on so many different characters. Yep. I was about to say, we're going to be called out. It was just stress healing there. Sorry, it was just stress that we incurred. I'm not even trying to stall at this point, but it's still happening. All right, we've killed some. So that should kind of reset our timer, right?
A momentary abatement.
Roping Swipe gets dodged. Hopefully we don't end up running into reinforcements, but gosh, I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Alright, I'm actually going to roll the damage there, because self-heal is the person who needs it the most. Or rather, the self-heal is the component that is needed the most. Beautiful. Another torch, of course. Well, we're going to be resting in this room anyway. All right. So reshuffle. I can... I mean, I'm turning the light out anyway. So we'll rest.
A spark
Feast.
without kindling is a goal without hope.
I think we definitely need to use weapons practice. We got crit on everyone. Hell yes. I think we definitely also need the extra accuracy on the leper from the reflection. I'm going to prevent the nighttime ambush because I think if we don't prevent the nighttime ambush and we get nighttime ambush, then there's no way that we're going to fight the Shambler.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Salvage the unburnt torch. I don't need the medicinal herbs. Now, I'll loot this curio after the fight, because that curio can actually just give you a bunch of stress. And I do need to go back in the other direction, so I may as well set myself up for already doing that. The big problem with this is going to be if Berlin shuffles themselves out of position to fight, and it's really, really egregious, that could be a problem. Other than that, we'll probably be fine. All right. Let's go. Should have known better. This is exactly what I wanted to know.
Of the stars.
Now, the problem here is I can't use my rampart on turn 1. Otherwise, I'm definitely going to move the positions incorrectly. I'll use a battle buff here. Not bad damage on turn 1. And we get a riposte here as well. Unfortunately, we also get crit.
About to break.
Unfortunately, the leper is not going to act fast enough to kill these Shambler sycophants in time, but gosh, it would be good. Just a Hugh killing both of them. Hell yeah. I'm going to battle buff again, actually. I hate that we're going to get good crits on the targets that we don't definitely need to crit. Damn it. She had all of that extra accuracy. I really wanted her to get that crit. Unfortunately, that Shambler Sycophant is now going to act really, really early. Having it still around on the field is a big problem. All right, I need to start stress healing. I'll reset up Retribution there. Beautiful. Worked out exactly as I would have hoped. Heal across the party. The fact that we're not getting any bleeds out with the Jester is a problem. Alright. Our only damage on the Shambler is happening from our ripostes, which is not great. Sure, that's 2 Clapper Claws. Probably in a row. Yeah. Backline hit there. Hendry definitely needs to move. I need to have access to my bleeds. Thank you. But now what do I do? Like, I don't have a great action against... Ugh. Party heal, and you get riposte. Oh, we got 2 dodges, though.
Cannot be left unanswered.
Yeah, Bergouette's gonna actually probably stress out before the end of this fight, unfortunately. giant crit on that self-heal. Thank you. Crit on that bleed is really, really big. We're going to be bleeding for another 15 points as well. 9 to 18, and we rolled the 9. I think it's actually really important that I just start attacking the Shambler. Otherwise, I'm going to die. If she stresses out negatively, I might have to leave. Selfish. That could be a problem.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
The fact that we don't have a good way to take care of those clapper claws is real bad. Nice. $18. That's a big damage roll right there. 10? Okay, you're bleeding to death as soon as you try to act. Beautiful. So we're just taking a healing action. Beautiful. All right, that's a dead Shambler.
It could be dismissed as a fever dream, if not for the corpses.
Now we just need to kill the sycophants, who now have ridiculous damage block. Oh my god.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
That frontline sycophant is now dead. Your bleed is not super high. Okay, so we'll do the group heal just to try and keep the Jester off death's door here. It's really important that the Jester rolls against that Shambler sycophant to try and get the bleed. And again, the leper who manages to do it. Beautiful. All right, so that was difficult, but it worked. We can drop that torch now. We can't drop the food. We can't really drop anything else either. Drop that for an emerald. Cool. I mean, I can pump the torch back up. There's nothing to have it low right now. Right. Well, that was a rough fight. I definitely agree. But it could have been worse. We could have died. As long as no fights spawn in the hallways on our way back, which isn't super common.
Wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Some of the valuables inside the tent. It's just a bunch of money. Great. I still need a key at the very least. Right, so the things that we can't drop. Key and food. Otherwise, we won't be able to backtrack at all, frankly. All right, I'll drop the emeralds. Not guaranteed that I get another full stack of emeralds. Sure. You son of a... fight just spawned directly ahead of us, by the way. Good. Good crit on that stun. Get some stress healing here would be lovely. Fine. Even if that pushed, that would have been fine. Damn it. Of course we're going to miss every shot here. Okay, Cultist Brawler in the back line is now... Oh my god, really? The Jester's going to stress out. Irrational. Yep.
Reeling, gasping, taken over the edge into madness.
Well, at least we got some healing out there. Despite everything. Did you just hit yourself? Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. It's an extraordinarily low damage attack, and then you're dead to your next. Is just everyone going to be super stressed out when we leave this fight? Yeah, it looks like it. Belena's abusive. That makes sense, frankly.
The bulwarks of the mind have fallen.
Really sounds like you're trying to eat while you're saying that, bud. And that's the cultist acolyte dead. All right, so now we're just going to be rolling stress healing. I'm just going to try and make sure our last remaining sane member doesn't go insane. Or rather, is not afflicted. All right, I'll slow you down so that next round we get some more actions. Never mind. Solemnity for a giant heal and a lot of stress healing as well. Nice. We're actually in a way healthier position right now. So at this point, I'm just conceding that 3 of our characters are going to get locked away. That's just the price I pay for trying to take out a Shambler. Oh my god, that's a holy water. We definitely need it. Because we can remove a negative perk with it. Probably 1 from you because both of yours are bad. That's really big. I'm gonna drop a stack of gold for it, frankly. Frankly. Apparently that's the only word I know how to say nowadays. Really would like to be taking the portraits. I'm gonna swap these trinkets around to give Curtis the best chance of disarming that and getting some stress healing going on. Easy. Because Curtis is the only person I really care about the healing of now. Because it's possible I take them out into another dungeon afterwards if we can get them, you know, positioned correctly. Another hunger. Okay, 1 more hunger occurrence and we get a free slot. So do I want to give a positive quirk to someone or do I want to remove a negative quirk from Bourgeois? I mean, I've already made my mind up. Remove the negative quirk. Nocturnal's been removed. That's just +2 speed on her from now on. Because she's no longer nocturnal. Unfortunately, a fight spawned in this hallway. I feel like I should always be stress healing, but at the same rate, these fungal artilleries are really annoying. Cool, it's down now. Now I have a non-zero amount of light. Oh, 10 to 20 and rolls the 20. Nice. Roping for 6. Good lord. This episode's been going for a full hour now. That's significantly longer than the average Darkest Dungeon episode. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't going to stun. I probably shouldn't have even bothered rolling that, frankly. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So I'm going to walk all the way up to that curio. Oh my god, another fight spawned. Remember when I said, oh, it's rare, fights aren't going to spawn that often in this hallway? I remember when I said that. I'll just double crit enemies out of existence. Don't mind if you do. Nice. That all worked out really well. We're actually just getting heals out of these, frankly. Frankly, god damn it. It's become another one of those filler words that I say when I don't know what else to say yet. Oh, really? You're looting because you're abusive. Thankfully, you didn't take anything that I'm super sad to be missing. This can give you a negative quirk. It's worst case scenario. Look at those heirlooms, though. There's another fight spawned. Really? You're going to loot it again? That's actually kind of annoying. All right, you got me. You actually annoyed me. All right, what have we got here? Just drop the food and the skeleton key. Take 2 puzzling trapezohedrons. And the final thing that we drop should just be the not full stack of gold. All right, let's get out of here. I count that as quite
The agents
successful.
of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
Sure, we're coming back with a fairly large amount of stress on all of our characters, but look at those deeds. Single-handedly, this is going to allow us to get armor smithing. We got evasive and Dacnomania. That's the only negative we got out of that? Hell yeah. That was so worthwhile.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Okay, unequip everything on everyone. And just look at those deeds. That's going to be enough to unlock the next level of armor smithing. Which is exactly what I wanted. Hell yeah. As soon as we're finished, by the way, like I barrel down these lines as quickly as possible. But as soon as we've got all the levels of armor smithing, all the levels of weapon smithing and furnace, and all of the guild upgrades as well, then you just start stacking a bunch of relics of heirlooms. And that's where you really get the ability to start getting these districts. Despite the fact that there is the cartographer's camp here that I am kind of aiming for, just gonna get 3 times as many crests as I currently have. Despite the fact that that's there, it's not... It's going to be much faster later on. The progress on it is not linear. Dipsomania and Clumsy means you're a garbage hound master. I should probably be checking these in the next episode, considering the fact this one's already way too long. So for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. This has been the Darkest Rhapsody Estate. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content on the game, past, present, and future. And hopefully we'll see you next time.